Hi everyone, it's Kieran at Magical Traveller. Hope you're having a great day. And today I'm joined by a very special guest of ours, Becky from APT. Now, if you've seen our longer video about APT Travelmarvel, you would have already met Becky. But what we thought we'd do is we'd do a little bite-sized video about river cruising with APT and Travelmarvel, just so you guys can kind of get a snapshot feel of what it's like to set sail on the rivers of Europe with APT. So Becky, if you'd like to just introduce yourself to everyone and say hello.
Hello, everybody. It's lovely to be here with you today. I'm Becky and I work for APT and APT Travelmarvel, and I've worked for them for nearly 5 years now. So I like to think I know a couple of things about river cruise.
Yeah, definitely. And Becky was the one who very kindly invited us onto the beautiful Travelmarvel Polaris as well. So we did a preview, couple of nights sailing, then doing from Budapest to Vienna again. It was a wonderful time and a wonderful chance to kind of get on board as well. So definitely check out the rest of the posts on our website, magical-traveller.com, because I've got my blogs on there where you can see what we got up to on the few days that we were on board, so you can get a better feel for the ships. But what we thought we'd do today is just give you a bit of an overview about kind of what Travelmarvel have to offer, what type of river cruise experience they are, and some of the exciting destinations that you can sail as well when you do choose to sail with APT Travelmarvel. So, Becky, I don't know if you've got somewhere you want to start with, but what's the best place to start off with then about Travelmarvel?
Oh my goodness, where do I start? Travelmarvel is a fantastic product. I mean, as you know, Kieran, haven't experienced it yourself. And it's quite unknown actually within the UK market because Travelmarvel is part of the APT Travel Group. So it's kind of been a little bit of a secret in a way, but it deserves its moment in the spotlight because it really is a fantastic product. It's kind of a premium 4-star, in terms of its sort of style of travel. So premium 4-star is what sort of standard is that you're going to be enjoying when you travel with Travelmarvel. And it's for the traveller that does like to have a lot of inclusions, but also that nice balance of free time as well. So what Travelmarvel does is it gives you a number of inclusions throughout your stay on board with enough time to go off sightseeing and things as part of a walking tour or an actual, excursion that's been organised and is included in the cost. But it also then as well gives you free time to go off and do your own thing as well. So you have got time to go for a bike ride along the riverbank, or to go and find a coffee shop, or, a nice restaurant or something like that, or even just mooch around the city, town or village or wherever you happen to be. And I think that's why people love Travelmarvel so much. And it gives that beautiful balance between having so much included, but also a nice balance of free time for freedom and flexibility during your holiday.
Definitely. And I think that's the thing as well, isn't it? That was what I took away from it as well. There's a lot of flexibility on it. So it's not a case of you're overloaded with lots of different tours that are already included that you feel like you have to go on because they're included in your cruise fare that you've already paid for type of thing. You get a nice kind of entry-level tour included kind of thing to go off and sightsee and get a feel for the area or the town that you're going in as well, which I think is lovely kind of when you're going somewhere new. But then you've also got loads of free time as well then to go off and explore by yourself as well. So it's that nice happy medium between kind of having your hand held, but also then being able to kind of be independent and explore yourself as well.
Absolutely. And I think what I love about Travelmarvel as well is the fact that we do also have, as well as the standard sort of, sightseeing that we offer, we also have got those insider experiences. And there normally tends to be 1 or 2 per trip. And that's something that's been designed by Travelmarvel as a more of an immersive experience. So if you really want to get to know the true side of a destination, first of all, choose a river cruise, because obviously you're going to be able to really see the town, village, city, because you're going to be docked in the heart, soul and centre of wherever you happen to visit. But also these insider experiences will give you that insight into the local culture, the heritage, the history, and they are fantastic. I mean, to give you an example, in Miltenberg, we take our guests to go and meet a family in Miltenberg where they can talk about, the history of Bavaria, what it's like to live in that part of the world. And they'll also be able to enjoy tea, coffee and cake with them as well. And that's what it's all about. It's about having the time to be able to really immerse yourself in that destination and understand what it's like, to live in that part of Bavaria, Germany, wherever you happen to be. So, yes, there's a nice array of standard excursions, but those insider experiences as well that are designed by Travelmarvel really do open your eyes to what it's like to live in that place, city or town.
Definitely. And then I think as well, a great place as well to jump off from there then is also you're going to be doing these amazing destinations, but also you're going to be staying on an incredible, beautiful contemporary river ship as well. And having this amazing base to kind of start your adventure each day and kind of come back to in the evenings as well. So can you tell us a little bit more about your fleet of ships as well then?
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously, as you know, Kieran, we've got our beautiful contemporary ships. They launched last year, so they're still very new. Yeah, absolutely beautiful in design, very contemporary, very relaxed on board. You know, we are an Australian owned family company. So that sort of relaxed vibe on board is kind of like at the heart of everything that we do. It's obviously gourmet dining, fantastic facilities on board, but it is very much a nice, relaxed atmosphere on board, very contemporary. So we've got 3 contemporary ships operating on the main waterways of Europe, but we've also got a brand new ship starting operating in August from this August on the Douro, which is very exciting. The MS Estrella, she's going to be a Travelmarvel vessel, and she has been designed to sort of reflect the ambience of Portugal. And again, that sort of Aussie, sort of, you know, Brit kind of, you know, love for relaxing and chilling on board, but in, you know, very contemporary surroundings is also going to follow through on that vessel as well. So we're super excited about the launch of our beautiful MS Estrella. And yeah, I think it's going to be really exciting for people to have that opportunity to go to the Douro, which is one of the fastest selling rivers out of all of the rivers in Europe, on a vessel that has been designed for, you know, for the market that we're operating in, but also to really enjoy the destination as well.
And I definitely think as well, kind of what is unique about river cruising, especially with you guys as well, is not only do you have kind of that core great experience from dining, cuisine and whatnot, but you also bring in the local culture as well. So every kind of port or every kind of town you get to as well, there's always a little flavor of that, be it through kind of the wine choices, the food, the dining, like bringing on the onboard entertainment as well. There's always a great kind of immersion, both not just obviously with you going off and exploring and doing the tours, but also when you get back to the ship as well, that kind of immersion keeps following you around as well. So definitely you can't get a better immersion into kind of these cities and into Europe than we are on a river ship.
Absolutely. And, you know, I know we've talked about this before, but, you know, the hidden gems that you're going to see when you're traveling along the river, the towns and villages that you're going to, you know, be able to have the opportunity to visit. You never would have thought in a million years that that's somewhere that you would want to go. But actually, when you go there, you think, wow, why have I not been to this place before? You know, there's some fantastic, itineraries that we have under Travelmarvel that are going to incorporate a number of towns, villages and cities. And they're all going to be, you know, very unique, very interesting, very easy to get on and off the ship as well, to go and explore. You know, you haven't got to take an hour-long transfer bus to get anywhere. You know, it's very easy to kind of navigate your way around. But those, you know, those opportunities that River Cruise gives you to be able to see those hidden gems, it just can't be, you know, sort of expressed enough. It really is. And like you say, you know, the local cuisine, the wines, you know, the wines are paired to suit the food served on board. And for example, in Portugal, obviously, wine lovers paradise. You know, you're going to be able
Yeah,
to go and
yeah.
explore and enjoy all the local port wines. You know, you'll visit lots of quintas and vineyards. You'll be able to just really get to, you know, see and understand how these regions, you know, are so special in terms of the wines that they produce, etc. So yeah, I think it's, you know, it's really exciting for us as well to have our own vessel, especially on the Douro. We always had a vessel on the Douro, but we used to charter her. But now we've decided to launch our very own vessel in that sort of contemporary Travelmarvel spirit. So it's going to be really, really exciting to see how, you know, the sort of customers react to this beautiful new vessel. I'm sure they're going to love it. You know,
Yeah,
as I said,
definitely.
the vessels are stunning. A lot of people describe the contemporary ships as sort of 5-star ships, but sold at a 4-star price, because they are
Absolutely,
very
yeah.
luxurious when you're on board.
That's the thing that shocked me definitely is I think I said to you when I first met you, the thing that shocked me was I was shocked to find out that it was a 4-star river ship, because all the amenities, the features on board and the finishings definitely scream kind of, you know, 5-star, but they're not. It's the service, I think, that makes it kind of not feel over the top type of thing. It feels very premium. As you say, I think it's top end of the 4-star category. But it feels very premium, very luxe, but without the kind of white glove service type of thing. You're still going to get incredible service, but it's done with a hug. I think it's the best way I can explain it. It's a bit of a soft feeling rather than kind of anything you can categorically put, but this is what makes it a 5-star feel like 4.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's what they've done really well with Travelmarvel. You know, they've been able to make people feel very, very comfortable on board. They are still getting, you know, fantastic customer service. But it's not OTT, like you say. It's very warm on board, very friendly on board. And you do feel like you're on a home away from home. I mean, you know, the cabins are exceptionally comfortable. The way that they've been designed as well, you know, there's so much storage in there. The power showers are fantastic. You know, the toiletries that you get, they've thought of
Yeah.
everything. You know, and of course, you know, being on a river cruise, wanting to see the scenery as you're traveling along the river, you can do that from your French balcony window, which is pretty much floor to ceiling as well, so you can make the most of the view from the main lounge, from the sun deck, or from your cabin, and you're going to feel comfortable no matter where you are on board the ship. But you know, I know you know that I love the Irish bar. I think the Irish bar
Yes.
is a fantastic concept on board the contemporary
Yeah.
ships. Unfortunately, we don't have an Irish bar on the new MS Estrella. We're still waiting to hear exactly what we're going to have on that one. I believe it's just, you know, going to be obviously reflecting sort of the Portuguese kind of style of travel. However, with the contemporary ships on the main waterways, we've got the McGeary's Irish bar, and this has been a fantastic hit with our guests as well, because you know, what's better than having a nice pint on board, a pint of Guinness or a pint of Kilkenny, or, you know, even a G&T or a cocktail or something like that, when
Yeah.
you're actually in a pub style environment, and it's somewhere separate from the main lounge as well. So there's two areas for you to go and relax. You know, if you want to not listen to the Bavarian night that's going on in the main lounge, then you've got McGeary's, and you can go into McGeary's and have a pint and just enjoy yourself at the rear of the ship instead. So they really have thought about everything. So, you know, I'd say really when it comes to Travelmarvel, the unique selling points of Travelmarvel really is that it is obviously premium 4-star. It's been designed with the Australians and the UK guests in mind, and it's very, very relaxed. It's great for people that want that little bit of independence but still want that value for money. And I think value for money is a big key point here as well, because obviously with river cruising you do get all your food, you know, and that incorporates your breakfast, your late riser pastries, your lunch, your afternoon teas, your 4-course gourmet dinners, and then of course your late night snacks as well. Drinks with lunch and dinner, locally produced wines, beers, soft drinks, you know, complimentary teas and coffees, excursions, insider experiences. And then, of course, you've got your port taxes, your gratuities, your transfers from the airport, your flights from the UK, your cruise director. I mean, you could go on and on and on about the inclusions. So you are still going to get so much included at great value for money, but with that beautiful element of free time to really relax on board the ship if you don't want to go anywhere or do anything, but also to add on extra excursions if you want to, or to go off on your own and go and explore. So I think Travelmarvel really has been, you know, a secret for too long, and everybody
Yeah.
needs
Yeah.
to
Yeah. Yeah.
discover. And thank you for that, Kieran, you know, putting this message out for me, because Travelmarvel really is spectacular. And I'm so pleased that you enjoyed it as well when you came on board with us.
No, it's an incredible way to explore Europe, and it's definitely for the clientele that I have as well, and for kind of the vibe that I like on board a ship. I like that premium finish. I like things to kind of have those nice touches, but also kind of relaxing as well, and freestyle casual as well. And I think that's the perfect fit for kind of me and the customers that I have, type of thing. So I know they would, if they've sailed and booked some of the kind of ocean cruises that I've got available and that we specialize in, I think Travel Marvel's the perfect opportunity for them to kind of jump in and try kind of the rivers as well and explore river cruising maybe for the first time as well. So obviously you've got your 3 soon to be 4th ships as well. So where can the guys, if they are interested in kind of sailing with Travel Marvel, where can they expect to sail then? What itineraries do you have available?
Yeah, so we've got a number of itineraries available with Travelmarvel. We have a range of 7 night and 14 night durations. So you can do a lovely 14 night itinerary through Europe from Amsterdam to Budapest or vice versa. And that's going to give you about 14 different locations to visit on that particular itinerary. And it's, you know, a great way of seeing, you know, a number of key locations along the Rhine, the Main and the Danube. However, we do know that a lot of people only have a week or so to be able to travel. So we do have a Reflections of the Rhine and Main itinerary, which starts in Amsterdam and finishes in Nuremberg, or vice versa. And we also have the delightful Danube as well. So if you've done the Rhine before and you think, oh, I'd like to do the Danube, then you can just do the Danube with us as well under Travelmarvel. And that one goes from Budapest to Nuremberg, or again, vice versa. So there are a number of itineraries that we offer under Travelmarvel River Cruising, but also we do have the Douro now as well. sail under our own ship, the MS Estrella. And this one's a round trip from Porto, a 7-night itinerary where you can also add on a 3-night Lisbon extension city break as well if you wish to. So we have got either option. I would highly recommend that one as well, because if you do add the excursion on, the extension on with us, obviously you've got all the transfers and everything included, and we can fly you into Lisbon out of Porto. But you know, there's a wealth of itineraries there for people to choose from. It just depends on their requirements and what they're looking for. You know, but when you look at price point and you look at what you're going to get in terms of the inclusions and the number of days away, I can't, you know, underestimate enough the value for money that you're going to get when you river cruise with Travelmarvel.
Definitely. And I think that's the biggest trend I'm noticing anyway, is value for money. I think as people's budgets are getting tighter, they're looking for more value for money. So they're still willing to spend it as long as they're getting good value for money. And definitely with Travelmarvel, you can't deny the value for money of all those inclusions, as you mentioned, the meals, the dining, the excursions, the kind of transfers, all that type of stuff's included. It's all packaging for you, but you're not tied into it as well. I want to stress that with people as well. If you're thinking then you're stuck on the ship and you're stuck with the group the entire time, you're not. You have that amazing base to go off and explore and enjoy Europe as well. But also you can go off and still free explore and still have your own mini adventure. We found loads of cool bars to kind of coffee shops to sit in as well. And we went off and done a bit of shopping as well by ourselves type of thing when we were on our trip as well. So you still have that time to go off and find your own journey as well. But you have just that amazing platform, that amazing base to kind of start off with, go off and explore Europe, get that handheld and get that inside track to all these amazing destinations. But still, you can also go off and find your own little authentic little places to go off and dine and eat and things like that as well. So in my opinion, it's the best of both worlds to kind of travel and see Europe as well. So definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, you know, flying from the UK, you can fly from your regional airports, you can fly, you know, from the main airports. You know, obviously, Kieran, your customers could be from anywhere in the UK. So, you know, wherever you are, you can obviously fly from, you know, your local airport, and you can obviously join a Travelmarvel itinerary. They operate through the year from normally sort of March through to mid-December. So there's a wealth of itineraries and dates to choose from all the way through the season. And of course, river cruising, no matter what time of year you go, is fantastic. So obviously you've got, spring, the flowers, you know, all the, you know, the tulips, etc. in Amsterdam, the summer, the barbecues on the sun deck, you know, the sunbathing on the sun deck and sitting in the whirlpool. I mean, the whirlpool is from March through to December, so you can go in at any time of year if you want to. And then, of course, after the 18th of November, you can't help but see Christmas markets everywhere. So it doesn't matter what time of year you decide to go. River cruising is a fantastic, experience for anybody. So you don't just have to go in sort of, you know, the peak season. You could go sort of towards the end of the year and still have the most spectacular experiences.
Absolutely. And you can do the same itinerary and see a totally different part of Europe as well, as you say, because the seasonality as well of all the festivals that are happening as well throughout the year, different seasons, different culture of the food and dining, that will also change as well. So you could do the same itinerary 3 times in the year and have 3 very different holidays as well. So fantastic way to see Europe. Brilliant. Well, thank you, Becky, for coming on and chatting a little bit more with us about Travelmarvel. If you guys are ever interested in booking a Travelmarvel cruise, then definitely you can get in touch with me. You can visit the website, which is magical-traveler.com, and just look at the top now where it says cruise and find APT Travelmarvel. You can find all the details on there as well about sailing with Travelmarvel and how to get in touch with us on that website. And if you have any inquiries, we definitely would love to help you set sail on the rivers of Europe. Hope you've enjoyed that, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.